Hi there and welcome to this bonus episode of the Gazette's Hockey Inside Out show. I'm Stu Cowan of the Gazette and I'm joined by my regulars here, Rick Green and Chris Nyland, former Canadiens teammates and Stanley Cup champions from 1986. Rafaël Harvey-Pinard broke his leg playing softball of all things last summer. Healthy, ready to go, and now the Canadiens send him to Laval on an extended conditioning stint. Does he have a future with the Canadiens, Rick? What do you think?
I'm not totally sold on that. I mean, unfortunately, the kid, has the injury bug that's come to haunt him every time he turns around. I mean, I think last year the run that he got on, that he couldn't do anything wrong, contributing, offensively beyond what he really was all about. And I don't know. This type of player, I think, can be replaced by something up and coming that they have within the organization, and I don't foresee him as a long-term addition to the roster.
Yeah, listen, we'll see. He's going to go down there, see what I think they want to see if he can bounce back from that broken leg. Yeah, listen, it's tough enough to play in the NHL. Never mind. Look at Kirby Dach coming off that knee injury and where he's at this point. He is trying to assimilate back into this team and be an effective player at this level. That is not easy to do. Rafael, being a young player coming in, he showed some good signs that can be an effective little guy out there. But, go the American League and get your game back and put up some numbers, and then maybe he comes back. We'll see. But that's a big injury to come back from. Remember, Serge Savard had it, right? He broke his leg there, and it took him a while. He went from that rushing offensive spinner-rammer defenseman to a more responsible stay-at-home guy, and still a Hall of Famer. But that's a tough injury.
Yeah, without all the injuries 2 seasons ago, I mean, I don't think Harvey-Pinard even got a sniff of playing with the Canadiens. Yeah. He did, and he scored 14 goals in 34 games. Last season fell off, 2 goals in 45 games, showing why he had been sort of a minor leaguer before that. He did, to his benefit, he did get a 2-year, $2.2 million contract out of that big season he had, which is a one-way deal, which is good for him. But I just don't think there's a spot for him right now, right? I mean, Patrick Laine is going to come back. That's going to be one forward spot gone. And then who do you take out? I don't think they take out Joel Armia because they want to play him because they're hoping to get something at the trade deadline for him. And Emil Heineman.
I love Heineman.
Really good. He's looked really, really good, getting more confidence. So, Rick, I think I don't think they have a spot for him.
Yeah, I agree. Numbers game. There's other guys ahead of him, and there's more upside to what they have in their system that I think bottom line is can bring more than what Harvey-Pinard can bring.
Yeah, what have you liked about Heineman, Chris? There's a lot to like, I think.
Listen, he is on the puck. He skates. He got a great release, quick release as far as his shot. He has a nose for the net, but he also has a nose for getting his shoulder into someone's body. 5 hits last game. He is on top. He's one of those guys that create those kind of turnovers in the neutral zone and in the offensive zone. I really like this kid. I think with some time here in the NHL, he's going to be a good player, serviceable player.
As I mentioned, Harvey-Pinard broke his leg playing softball in the summer. Either of you guys ever have suffer an off-season injury?
Yeah, playing softball. I was hungover once.
Rick, you ever have one?
No, not for me. I saved it for the regular season.
Do you remember a teammate having a crazy off-season injury?
Off-season injury? No, I think I pulled a shoulder muscle when I was lifting the anchor up on my boat one summer.
Did you get? The Habs used to have a softball team, though, that traveled all around the summer. Did you play on that?
Yeah, I did. We played out in Okanagan Valley. We went everywhere. Claude Mouton, Frank Levier. We had a blast. But, before my first training camp, I got in a fight with two guys in Boston. I got hit over the head with a bottle from behind and a tire iron. Fought two guys. Anyway, I had one of them in the trunk of my car, and I was giving him a beating, right? And the other kid jumped out of the car and hit me over the head from behind, and I went into the trunk, and he almost bit my finger off. And I kept punching him. He bit my finger in half, almost off, right? I got my finger out, and then he grabbed my other one and just nipped it. Anyway, they took off. I got their license number, though. And but I was in the hospital. Before I came into my first training camp, I was in the hospital for a month. 2 surgeries. I had an infection in my finger. I had both hands like that up, in traction. And, I had an itch on my nose. I had to have the nurse scratch my nose for me, among other things. But that was the first and last off-season injury I had It was coming into the NHL my first year.
I was going to say you should write a book, Knuckles, but you already did it.
Yeah, but there's so much more.
For anybody who hasn't read it, it's definitely worth picking up. Knuckles, that probably doesn't surprise Rick. That probably doesn't surprise you about Knuckles.
No. I really think he's still got some effects from that tire iron that he got in his head because he's.
We used to drive down Maisonneuve together after leaving Crescent Street at 3:00 in the morning in the old Cadillac with Greenie. Huh? Remember Greenie?
Couple times. That was just after 11.
Just after 11. That's right, because curfew.
11 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it for this Hockey Inside Out Show bonus episode. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the Hockey Inside Out YouTube channel. Go to MontrealGazette.com/newsletters to sign up for the Hockey Inside Out newsletter. And, of course, go to HockeyInsideOut.com where you'll get all the latest Canadiens news every day. Also, if you have a bonus question you'd like Rick and Knuckles to answer in an upcoming bonus episode of the show, please put it in the comments section below. We always like to hear from you.